Good afternoon. Welcome to the press conference for Marketa Vondrousova. Please raise your name, state your name and organisation when asking your question. Also, just so that you're aware, we won't be doing a preview press conference tomorrow, so any preview questions, we'll have a bit of extra time today, so please ask any preview final questions today. So Marketa, into the Wimbledon final, how are you feeling right now?
Crazy. It was a very tough match. You know, she was coming back. She was playing some good tennis. So yeah, I'm just very happy that I stayed focused. You know, and I stayed in my head, and then I'm happy with the way I finished it.
Howard Fendrich with the Associated Press. Can you take us back to a year ago here? How far away did this sort of level of play and performances and run seem back then?
I mean, here on grass, it was almost impossible, you know, because as I said, I didn't play many matches on grass before, you know. My best one was second round, and yeah, I mean, for me, when it was, you know, clay or hard, maybe, you know, I would say, yeah, maybe it's possible, but grass was impossible for me. So it's even, you know, crazier that this is happening.
And you said you were here a year ago watching a friend play. Who was that friend? And I'm also wondering, when did you get back to practicing after the surgery?
It was Miriam. We played doubles here also. We're best friends, and she was playing qualies for the first time last year. So with my sister, we went to see her, you know, in Roehampton, and then we stayed for a week just to see London and stuff. And I had a cast on, you know, I was after the surgery. So yeah, I didn't play for almost 6 months, so it was very tough. But yeah, I mean, I'm just, you know, so grateful to be here, and it's crazy that this is happening.
Congratulations, Marketa. Ava Wallace, The Washington Post. Just wondering how this compares to your first Slam final. Do you feel like you're a different person or a different player now?
Yeah, I mean, I think it can definitely help, you know, in a tough moments, and also like I've been through it, you know. Once I was very young, so I think it was just too much for me, you know, back then. But yeah, I think this can help you also, you know, on the way, and you know what to do, and you know, you have to have good people around you then. And yeah, I mean, definitely it can help. I mean, I'm you know, I'm a bit older now also, so yeah, I think I'm a bit different person, and yeah, I'm just very happy, you know, to be through this again.
Is Miriam here watching you now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Marketa, congratulations. You're obviously a bit of a fan of tattoos. I'm wondering, would you have a Wimbledon tattoo if you managed to win the final on Saturday? And could you tell us a little bit about some of the ones that you have already?
I have a bet with my coach that if I win a Grand Slam, he's gonna get one. So I hope I will. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. You know what happens and what I'll do. But yeah, I mean, for me, it's also art. You know, it's a I don't know. I just like it. You know, I appreciate the people that do this, and yeah, I mean, I feel like it's also, you know, it's also work and art. So I just appreciate the people.
You said the other day that your husband was at home looking after the cat. Will you be able to get a cat sitter for the final?
Yeah, he's coming tomorrow with my sister, so we texted the cat sitter to, you know, come to our home, and he's coming tomorrow.
What's the cat's name?
Frankie.
Frankie.
Yeah.
It's a report from Sun. I understand you were dropped by Nike at some point in the last 12 months. Can you talk about what happened, what were the conversations, and clearly you'll have your pick of sponsors if you lift the trophy on Saturday.
Yeah, the contract finished last year, and yeah, it was after 4 years, so they decided, you know, to stop, and yeah, we'll see what happens now. You know, I just said, you know, it's gonna take time. You know, we'll see what's gonna happen, and now this is happening, so we'll see. Yeah.
Jean-Marc Cazola from Le Sport. Talking about your previous injuries, do you think it helped you now to stand where you are now? gives you the strength mentally. You're stronger now mentally by going on this process.
Yeah, I mean, after everything I've been through, 2 surgeries, it's not easy to always come back, and yeah, just you don't know if you can play at this level and if you can be, back at the top and back, at these tournaments, and I just feel like, I'm just grateful to be on a court again, to play without pain. So I'm just really grateful for it.
So after all of this, how would you describe yourself today as a person and as a player?
You mean today?
In general?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I think, it's pretty amazing what's happening, and you have to, just have the people around you that's gonna, just gonna stay with you and just, do the things for you and just, let you focus on the game and on the final. And for me, I don't like these things, talking to you guys. It's just too much for me. And I'm just, I think I'm just, really happy to be alone, in a small circle. So these kind of things I don't like very much. I don't enjoy them. So for me, it's actually, tough to do it. And I just like to stay, on my own or just with a few people. So yeah, but I mean, it's a great thing to do if you're in a final, but still you have to keep your circle small, I think.
It was said at the beginning we could ask you about your next opponent, even though we don't know for sure who it will be. If you do play Sabalenka, how would you describe that matchup for you?
We played in Australia this year, and she beat me. But I think she's playing amazing tennis. She hits so hard, and it's really, tough to do something when she's on fire. And she serves amazing. And I think her game for grass it's very, very good. We have different styles, so yeah, it would be interesting match, I think. But I mean, they're both great girls and great players, so we'll see.
And if it is Jabeur, what specifics about her game are most difficult, do you think, for you?
Yeah, I feel like we're the same, in some things. We're playing drop shots, we're playing slice, so that's more my game than Sabalenka's. But we played a few times already this year, so we were supposed to play in Eastbourne also first round, but I withdrew. So yeah, I mean, she played finals here last year, and she was playing also US Open final, so she's used to playing finals in a Grand Slam. So it's also, I mean, it's a final, so it's gonna be tough match no matter who is there.
I just wondered that there was a shot you hit, really spectacular forehand slice. You know the one I mean? Yeah. Do you practice that? How much do you practice that? How much is that natural? And have you hit a shot like that? I
never practiced that. It's just like I couldn't play forehand, so that was just the one thing I could do. And I think, it's I don't know, 50-50 if you make it or not. But yeah, I mean, for me, it's just, it just comes naturally, I think. I just don't practice these things.
Federer used to hit that kind of shot. Have you see someone you've watched do that?
Actually, not so much, but I feel like, I have more options than just play forehand. So you can always try, and it's I don't think it's even 50-50. It's maybe, I don't know, 30-70 that you can make it.
Hi, Marketa. Nick McCarville, Wimbledon TV. I was a little late, so if you answered this already, let me know. There's been a lot of recent Czech success, obviously, on the women's side. You're talking about your small circle. Are any of the other Czech players there? And if not, have any of them been mentors for you in the past?
I mean, I talked with Bára Strýcová before the match. She's here, and I texted also with Karolina Muchová. We are from the same club, so yeah. I mean, I feel like we just support each other. I also talked with Karolina when she was playing Paris, and I was crying so much after the final when she lost. So it was really sad, and I think it's just in Czech we have so many great players, and I think we also support each other. So it's very nice to see.
Were you giving Karolina advice before the French final?
I mean, we talked, and we also talked after. I just told her just enjoy this moment. I mean, even though she lost, it's amazing, and yeah, I think she did the right thing. She enjoyed, and yeah, we spoke after in Prague, and yeah, it's just amazing that we can have that much success.
Thanks.
When did that cast come off your wrist, and when were you able to return to practicing?
I think they took it off last year, like around this time, like before my marriage. I think like a week before our marriage, they took it off. So it's like it's a year now.
And when were you able? When did you start practicing? Right after that, or did
No,
it-
I was exercising a lot actually, and I think I started like in October maybe, and then I practiced a bit, and then I started to play tournaments in November.
Just to check, you mentioned briefly a moment ago 2 surgeries, both on the wrist, or
Yeah.
there was? Oh,
Both
okay.
on the left wrist.
Thank you.
It was a bit before your time, but when you were growing up in the Czech Republic, were you aware of Martina Navratilova's success here, Jana Novotná? Were you aware of what they had done here at Wimbledon?
I mean, I sure know them, but it was, I was very small, and of course you know them, but you don't know them like, maybe Petra Kvitova or Pliskova, and I think, we're closer to them. But I mean, what Martina did here was crazy, so I think everybody knows. So it's just, it's just amazing thing, and I think it's so tough to do it one time, and then she did it, I don't know how many times, 9 or so yeah, it's just I feel like, it's just you can just look up to them.
I'll just clarify on the tattoo questions. How many do you have for the record?
I don't know.
Oh, really?
So just when you said you were here sort of as a tourist last year, supporting your friend, can you tell us a few of the sort of normal things that you did away from the tennis while you were here?
Yeah, we visited, London Eye and that kind of stuff. We went shopping. We went to see, some nice restaurants also. But I think we did shopping like, I don't know, 5 times. So it was kind of crazy. And we also went to see the match, and then we just went to the city, and we were normal tourists.
Lisette van der Geest, Volkskrant. Do you see being a lefty as a big benefit?
Yeah, I mean, everybody says that, especially on grass, but I think they, the opponent, they also know that you're gonna maybe play the slice, to the backhand, so they're looking for it, and yeah, I mean, if you can mix the serve, then I think it's very helpful, and also I think it's, in some rallies it's kind of different because they're used to playing maybe to backhand, and we have a forehand there, so maybe that, but I mean, for me it's easier to play right-handed players than left, so I think it's, yeah, for us, I think if you can do a good slice, from the left side, it's very helpful.
2 more in English.
Hi, Aki Uchida from Smash Magazine. Do you think you became more careful with how to take care of your body, or what do you eat after that injury?
I mean, it was very tough with the injuries because like I couldn't prevent them. It was just like I just had bones floating there, so it wasn't about food or about anything. And yeah, but like I'm doing so much fitness and everything, and I'm just trying, to take care of my body and just to do the right things. And now it's really, helping, and I'm staying healthy. So I hope I'm gonna be healthy next few years.
I think your results at Wimbledon before this year were not, you struggled a bit here. Was there a moment where you suddenly felt like, yeah, I can actually play on grass? And did you get any advice from Martina at all about any of the grass court sort of skills?
I played Berlin before, so I felt good there. I played a couple of matches and it wasn't bad. So I was like, yeah, maybe I can, play a few matches here. And yeah, I also, when I saw the draw, it wasn't easy. So I was like, okay, so let's try, and then, I beat Kudermetova, Vekic, they are great on grass, So I was like, okay, maybe, I'll get better and, I can do something here. So for me, it's really crazy this is happening. But I mean, I think anything can happen in tennis.
Okay, we'll switch to Czech.
Thank you.
Thank you.